Every child knew about the Skyripper. The Transcendent Emperor had buried its pieces deep. And then, this Emperor's horrific sacrifices had brought it back to the surface.
Oh yeah, I can skip.
As he set foot on the island,
Alright.
Bernardo couldn't help feeling a bit curious. Was Lapino still waiting to be rescued? No. He was probably drinking champagne with the
Holy
ravens.
shit.
Did
My health is
ravens drink
ridiculous.
champagne?
What the frick?
Did rabbits?
I know we
Bernardo
like
felt
finished the
oddly
main
thirsty,
part of the
come to
game
think of it.
last
Why
time, but holy
had she
shit, I
chosen
didn't
the
think I was that
Skyripper?
dead.
Bernardo never made plans that required constant vigilance.
Oh yeah, this is the...
He was a hero.
I guess it's
He
because I
didn't
got
think
the
too
little
much. He
dude
just
with
went with his
me.
gut and hoped it all worked out.
This is interesting.
The Skyripper was a long shot.
I'm wondering how
He'd
it
have to
changed
devote
it, though.
himself to
Alright,
it. No side
let's go.
journeys, no
I
rescuing old
chose
friends.
the
That was against his
Skyripper one, I
nature.
think. I really
Could he
don't
stick
remember
with
what I
it?
just clicked. Alright. Yep, I did. Because I think I have... I think this dude is the core, but I'm not for sure. I can't go. I just wish there was a way around going down there, because I think this is the one with the dudes. Alright. Yeah, this is definitely the one, I think, where I have to, like... I gotta deal with those little dudes that likes to, like, hit me. Like, the beam dudes I have to, like, be stealthy about. Yup. Fuck my life. I hate it. I hate it so much. Oh, man. Sorry. I'll... Okay. Not too
Sleep tight, thought Bernardo.
Not too bad. Okay, I didn't like die. I get hit, but I didn't die, so there's something. Oh my god. I'm really hoping I don't have to do this part too many more times, because that would suck. Yeah, we definitely finished the game the last time.
Having a pet. Well, like having a gobbler for a pet.
Did it. Alright.
That had been his mistake before. Not trusting Zenobia's feelings for him. But how could he have known? After all these years of silence.
Well, you know, you never know how feelings are gonna be after so many years. Okay, I know what that is, so... Make sure I don't think there's anything else here. Really. Feelings can die. You know, so... Yeah. Let's see. new game that I'm gonna start playing once we finish up all the endings for this one. I downloaded it today. It's a horror game actually, but it's like pixelated, so it's not like super gory or anything. But it'll be fun. I'm excited to try a horror game, because I don't typically play those because they kind of freak me out.
Get your blood pumping like a bit of
But
killing.
it's pixelated, so there's that. It looks really cool though. I think I heard about it like last year or something, but I never played it. But it's currently free on the PlayStation Store for peeps who have a Plus account, a Plus membership. Let's go this way. It's called... Shit, what is it called? I think it's called Uncanny Valley. Oh, that just took me back this way. It's called Uncanny Valley, and it looks really cool. So, if you need a new game to play, and you have a Plus membership at the current moment, I think that's a good one. I think it'll be fun. I'm excited to play it on stream. But I really want to complete this, like completely completed, and I never want to do that with most games. I'm just like ready for story, and that's it. But this game, for some reason, I really like it. So I want to do all the things. Shit. Oh, this is the sucky part. Is there anything over here? No. Is it gonna turn? Oh fuck. I did that terribly.
No one.
That was terrible actually. I don't know why I did that. That was dumb. That was like most dumb. Alright. Got one. Gotta wait on these ones to turn. Frick. Okay. I did bad. I keep forgetting I have to actually step back. God damn it. Frick, frick, frick. My life.
To everything,
I did it again.
there is a season.
Wow.
She turned over and
Wow.
died.
Why do I keep doing that? That's dumb. I wonder if I could go through the middle. Oh, I didn't do too bad doing that way. Okay. Hey, I did it! Okay, good thing to note. Next time. Just do that. Literally. Just do that. I'm probably gonna forget, but you know. I wonder if there's like achievement if you decide to like, if you just straight up decide to like, to kill all of them instead of just doing it one way. Because I think that would be a great achievement, but I don't think it exists actually. Because I like looking at the achievement, so I kind of know what I need to do, and then I forget about what I actually need to do until like I'm pretty much done with the entire game. Oh, no, that's not right. That wasn't the right pull. That's definitely not it. I forget how I did this. Pull this one? Nope. Okay, that one does go there, but this one, I think, turns both of them. Yep. I fucked up somewhere. Yeah. I screwed up somewhere. I don't think they reset. That one moves both of them though. So that's kind of a problem. It'd be nice if it had the hook where I could do that, but I can't. Eee. Oh, another health just fell. Okay, let's see. Let's do it one more time. And this one? No. Dude, I've done this one so many times, but I think I fucked it up. I totally hold on. Totally fucked it up. I forget what. Oh yeah, I forgot about this one. But I want to go through there. Just give me a minute.
Look, it's not personal, but your mother wears army boots on her ears.
Just gonna hang over here. Grab this chest. Cool. And back this way we go. Nothing. Back here. Alright. Let's see if I can do this right. And I'm not doing it right for some reason. There's like a way around this. Yay, I did it. Cool. Yeah.
Ha! The contraption wasn't even trying anymore. As if it knew it had met its match.
Sure. Oh, I found another one. I never went this way before. Is there a thing somewhere? A hook? Because it's like, it has me a hook there, but I don't see any other way to do it. Okay. We have an altar, but I don't think... Oh, I'm actually super close to getting the skill point. Cool. That's awesome. And we found it.
There it was. Skyripper's Armature. The stuff that dreams are made of. Engineers' dreams, anyway. The device was intricate. No one alive had the skill to make a thing like it. How is it part of a weapon at all? He'd have to ask a scientist. But first, he'd get the second piece. Skyripper had a heart. A core that had come to rest on the next island. Well, there was another island he could reach. Zenobia had just invaded it with her father's Raven battalions. She must be encamped there still. But fighting Zenobia now, that made no sense at all. He'd already sacrificed one friend to get this armature, was it? He didn't need to hurry to face her. She would find him.
Okay. So I think I chose to do the core. Find the trip on the core, check the outpost, meet Calaveras. Check the outpost. Meet Calaveras. What was this one? Meet the scientist, meet Calaveras. I wonder if there's like an option that's not any of those. Rescue the Pino, find the core, meet the scientist. Okay, so maybe we should go see she blood. No, why would he felt there should go see her? We need to get the core of this guy. Okay, I've already done this one, so this one maybe.
Renato asked.
I don't remember much. I don't remember much from this route. Except the fact that I hate the dudes that like I forget what they're actually called, but I call them the ones I have to do the stealth with. That's like my one complaint about this game. I hate those. They're annoying. I'm not a stealth person.
The truth is, though, you wanted to see her, wasn't it? It had been a dozen years since Swordfu school. He'd followed every rumor about her, every scrap of news. Not that he still loved her.
Yeah, he did.
After all, she was his enemy.
He still loves.
No, it was
we all know
solely
this.
because know your enemy. All right, maybe he should stop pretending. He knew exactly how she felt about him. But their love affair always ended with a tragic death.
Except the one time that
Unless
the time it
maybe
did.
he could find a way to dodge tragedy. Surely he could, couldn't he?
I mean, we kind of do. In the main part of the game, when you do like all the things, you literally, they like have they could get a happy ending. Is what I'm saying, and it's great. Alrighty. Actually, let's go this way, if I can. I don't think I can, though. No. There's nothing for me to latch onto. There's also a third game I want to stream. And I actually only know my PC, but my PC actually does not like me to stream on it. So I'm waiting for it to come onto the PlayStation 4, which it's supposed to be very soon. Which makes me really happy, because it's a really fun game, and it's really cool, and I love the creator. He's really cool. He's a really cool dude. Helped back it on Kickstarter last year. It's called Pinstrike. That's the name of the game. And he has another game coming out fairly soon, which I'm super excited about. It's gonna be super fun to play both of those games. Can I go back to the altar? Let's go back to the altar. I forget, it always blocks it off. God damn it, I really wanted to go to the altar. I just wanted to use my skill point. The Pinstrike, if you have PC, I think it's a cool game that you should definitely check out. And then he has another game, which is that's coming out this year. It's technically a sequel of another game, but he said you could also play it as a standalone if you hadn't played the former, which was called Tacoma. But the new game is called Once Upon a Time. Not Once Upon a Time. It's called like Once Upon a Coma or something like that. But it looks freaking cool, and it's really pretty. It's very like Tim Burton-esque ish, sort of, but like not. It's really cool though. I like the dude. He's a very great indie developer.
If you can't stand the heat, he thought, stay out of the flamethrower.
Ha ha ha. I didn't need any of those. The developer company is called Atmos Games. Atmos, like ATMOS, is one word. Yeah, he's a really cool dude. You should check out his games if you've never played one before, because they're really pretty. He does all the music himself. He literally did all of Punch-Out himself. So yeah, recommend. Definitely recommend. Let's go here first. Also, indie games are really cool.
This chap had teaspoons stolen from every inn in Boreas.
I love how that changes every time you
Something
play
more
this.
useful. He couldn't do worse with Zenobia than he'd done with the core, could he?
I just don't skip it? I don't think I can skip it, but I'm gonna try. Oh, frick. Nope, I remember now. The reason why I didn't want to do it was because why I never go that way is because it's... Oh, fuck, which sword is it? It's definitely the right sword. What are you talking about? There we go. Okay, I was like, that's definitely the frost sword. What are you talking about, you dumb game? Silly game. None of which I need. I actually might try to go this way this time because I usually don't wanna.
You didn't even need to see the gogglers this time.
Gogglers, that's
You
what
could
it's
smell
called.
seared flesh. And like every other predator, they only eat
That
their
one?
meat cooked. Preferably alive.
Actually, I think I tried it one time. But I think I can... Yep, I fucking died. I knew it. That's why. There was too many of them. But I want to try it. I want to try it. I want to get through it. That's all I want. I think I can do it. There's one. I'm gonna hide over here for a second. 'Cause there's actually 4 of them over there, I think. How far does he go? Not too far.
You blinked.
Yeah, I did it. Oh shit, there's more of them. Oh god, I made it. Holy shit. How did I do that? Oh, wrong one. I was trying to get the healing one, and then I just, like, lost all of the energy I had.
Renato wasn't entirely sure how he was going to capture Zenobia. She'd be expecting him.
Yeah.
And he didn't have Lapino to cook up a clever plan. Why was it again that he hadn't got the core? Maybe because the results tended to be disastrous. These
Yeah.
streets were familiar.
Yes!
The sword through school was closed now.
Got the altar.
But he had been down that street
I just gotta
1,000
do
times.
this one.
He
And
knew
then
that
we're gonna
pub.
start another one.
He knew that alley.
Yeah.
He knew the alley behind it much too well.
We did it.
No wonder Zenobia had chosen to invade this island herself.
Yeah, I'm gonna probably die. Uh-oh, we did it. Cool. Alright. Hey, health. Just what I needed. We've made it.
Renato slinked through Zenobia's ship, making no sound at all. Where were her guards? Finally, he reached her bedroom. She was
Still weird
curled
to me.
up on her bed.
I can't remember
Oh, he'd
what
forgotten
happened
how
actually.
beautiful she was.
Oh yeah, he's
How
being
sweet.
creepy.
How soft.
Being a
He tapped her
creeper.
on the shoulder with his sword. She vanished. And he suddenly noticed he couldn't move except his mouth. In fact, soon he couldn't keep his mouth shut. He told Zenobia everything. Skyripper, the Iblistone, even where the secret rebel base was, until he was hoarse. It was some kind of truth spell.
Of course it was.
Talky truth spell. She called her father by Farspeaker Toad and filled His Majesty in.
Of course she did.
But why didn't he get the core? Croaked the Farspeaker in something like His Majesty's
'Cause
croak.
it's deadly?
Because I missed you,
Duh.
darling. Renato grinned. He doesn't even know why, frowned Zenobia. That makes no sense. It's a trap, shouted the Emperor. I'll meet you at the outpost, and I'll bring my interrogators. If Renato came face to face with the Emperor, maybe he could assassinate
Oh, I don't
him.
think I've done this
But maybe it
one.
would be smarter and
Maybe I
safer. to turn Zenobia against her father.
Wait, why does it have the thing? I've done this one actually. No, I haven't done this one. For some reason. Weird. Okay.
What are you doing? Asked Zenobia. Did you ever wonder why the Emperor adopted you? He asked her. She shook her head. He told her. His Majesty wanted to bring the lost gods back. They could make him an eater of souls, an immortal. But to seal his bargain with them, he needed a sacrifice. Someone who truly loved him. She was stunned. Furious. You're lying. Under a truce spell? It's a trick. You can't prove that. Take me to the observatory, and I will.
Alrighty. I think I'm streamed till like 6:30. And chillax. Maybe put something on the watch. Considering I don't know if I'm working or not. Oh, with this weather. Oh man.
What kind of proof could you possibly have? She said as the...
There you go. I know this part. There's Zenobia. I'm just gonna leave this. Okay. Actually, let's use the fire sword for the moment. I love this music. This might be my favorite music. This level is like my favorite music. It's so good. I want this. I gotta find the soundtrack for this game. It's just so pretty. So pretty. I think I mentioned last stream, it reminds me of Aladdin. Some music from the Aladdin. But there's also another movie that I can't place right now that it reminds me of also. Like it's a music movie or it's a game that it reminds me of. Another game, but I think it's a movie. A Disney movie too. Which is like a needle in a haystack basically. Because there's so many of those.
Right by his side.
Bring Zenobia to the true witness. I have a feeling it's... Oh, I bet this is the one where it's where the scientists are all dead. And that's gonna suck. What's the one I read? Yeah, I have. It was like one of the first ones I read. I don't think... Oh, yeah. Let's go. I'm like thinking right now because that one little tune a second ago kind of reminded me of like one of the princess movies, but I can't place it right now. It was like the tin, 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 tin. Also, kind of reminds me of one of the tunes from Once Upon a Time, the ABC show, which I haven't watched in ages. But it's like the main theme for the show. That's what it reminds me of. You know, like all of oh no. It's actually a pretty good show, as far as I know. Like, I've only watched a couple seasons of it, but I heard it got pretty shitty after a while, so I haven't really watched it in a while, but I stopped at some point, and it's on Netflix, so the concept is really cool, but I don't think after a while they kind of stopped
She
not
caught up with him.
doing great
Don't
shit.
you think I'd know if my father wanted to invoke the lost gods? Would he tell you? No. Would you help him? No. I'd burn his books. Why'd he adopt a stray cat? You don't ask a thing like that. No, not when there's no good answer, she said, her whiskers twitching.
Alrighty. Let's go across first.
With all the secrets he revealed to the Emperor, the Ravens were probably heading for the secret base. Renata began to wonder if there would be anyone left to save, if Zenobia changed sides.
How did I do this last time? Because this area I think is actually a glitch, but I found a way around it before. How did I do it? Oh, that's how.
How far exactly did these things travel?
Okay.
Hey, Frosty.
Cool. I also made a frosty pun there. Yeah, this is the part of the song. That reminded me of the damn Once Upon a Time theme. It's really weird. But I like it, it's pretty. And this part is the part that reminds me of like an old like Disney composition from like one of the old films. Yep, they're all dead. God damn it. I wonder if there's a way where the scientists aren't dead. That'd be nice. Apparently I have not crossed that bridge yet.
Hulk. Dead scientists and black feathers everywhere.
Damn.
The ravens had burned the reanimated witness to cinders. Renato was stunned. There goes my proof. These were scientists, not rebels, Zenobia said, upset. Why would he do this?
He's fucking
I don't
nuts.
know.
That's why.
Let's go to the fleet and ask him. Yes. I'll meet you on the mountains. There's something I have to get first. But could he afford to meet her in the mountains?
Okay.
He'd given the Empire the location of the secret rebel base.
Apparently I've never
They would
done
need
each
rescuing.
of these, so... Shoot. Okay, let's look at the choices. I think we're... is it this one? No, I think it's the core. So this one was the outpost, Calaveras. I think I'll go to the mountains first, and then we'll go back and do this one more time.
Why was he going to meet up with her? Wasn't it more important to rescue the Rebel Council from the almost certain Imperial attack? Why was he in this war anyway? Was it really to fight the good fight, or did he just want to see her again? One of these days, Renato thought, I should really figure out my motives before I pounce. Nah.
I mean, he should, but it's Bernardo we're talking about here.
Was it true? Was he on this adventure just to see Zenobia again? The Imperial heir was not an easy cat to see. Well, she'd ignored all his Kwanzaa gifts. And on the other paw, trying to get a date by joining a war against your intended was, let's say, pretty optimistic. But on the back paw, thought Renato, yes, it sounded exactly like him. Good. I'm so glad we had this little chat, he told himself.
So, who's your next of kin? Just wondering.
Just stand on the device and let it do all the killing for him. But that wouldn't be sporting, would it? Or fun?
Alrighty. To the winter door. like the level that I actually don't need health for, really. I'm actually really good at it. It's the one with the fires and shit.
There were a lot of dead ravens along the side of the road. Someone had rampaged through here on a killing spree. What had Zenobia gone to get? He had a chilling feeling it was the Iblis stone.
Yep.
Zenobia was level-headed. A stone could make anyone bloodthirsty. You could tell her style from the blade work on the dead bird. Bernardo was spending a lot of time in this place. He caught himself thinking about redecorating it. Or at least, couldn't he leave a toothbrush or something?
Ravens here. Reminds me of when I took music in middle school. We like learned all of the different like terms for like in music. Even though I was horrible at playing for the most part. I think most people did the recorder, which actually wasn't too bad at. But yeah, I wasn't too bad at. But I wasn't too great at the keyboard, but sometimes I like wish I was, because I really like piano music. But I'm terrible at it, so it's not really helping me much. So I tried the guitar for a little bit.
Bernardo wondered what he should do when he found Zenobia. What could he do if she had the Iblis stone?
Well, he would have to fight her, probably. Oh, yep. She definitely has it. She is, like, glowing with darkness.
He reached the summit, expecting no one. But there she was, steaming, pacing.
I'm gonna kill him,
boy.
she said. I'm gonna kill all his ravens, and then him, and then his family, and all the eggs and tadpoles. Then I'm gonna burn down their pond.
Did
Oh my
you
God.
go and get the Iblis stone?
Do you see all these ravens I killed? So much power.
Yeah. Great, Renato said.
You really want power from a demonic rock? You want the stone, don't you?
No, we don't.
Not really.
Good. I'd rather not have to kill you.
He told her he loved her, that he wouldn't let the Iblis stone take her, even if he had to die for it. Well, he planned to tell her. Now didn't seem like the right time. She'd probably cool off in a bit. So he let her get in her ship and fly off. He rushed back to the Farfarer and followed her, keeping a healthy distance. Zenobia's ship was just visible through the clouds ahead. How could he reason with her? But he had to. The rebels were down for the count. No wonder. He betrayed the location of their base and then he'd abandoned them. And if she became Empress while she was in the grip of the Iblis stone, if she became Empress by murdering her father, she could still be a great Empress. But she could also be a nightmare Empress.
No
She had to be
shit.
stopped.
You didn't have to kill her. Or get the Iblis stone. One of the two. I can't even say that word. Preferably. Break the stone. I think we broke it once before. I think. Don't remember exactly though.
There were more dead ravens along his path, some of them wounded in the back. He knew she could have easily talked her way past them, or clouded the little tiny raven brains with a spell. She was going out of her way to kill everything in her path. This wasn't Zenobia, not as he knew her.
Not the girl you fell in love with. Or the cat. The kitten you fell for. She's probably gone. At the current moment anyway.
Renato had a feeling that was the back door to something. But what?
Can't use the altar yet. Going up. I realize I haven't gotten any ores, but I guess it's probably because I've done all of my swords already. So I only get energy and health now. I wonder what's gonna happen now. I can't remember the
So,
endings for this round.
his beloved was possessed by the spirit of a demon. That's what it meant to be a hero. To brave the darkness in your loved one's soul. To have faith there was still good in her. To help her out of that darkness, no matter what the cost. But what? What could he do? She'd kill him if he tried to take the Iblis stone from her.
I don't know, tell her you love her or something? I mean, that worked before one time. Cool. Oh shit, don't tell me. Oh no, am I stuck? Oh, thank God. Oh in my... Oh my god, I'm gonna cry. Don't do this to me, game. Don't do this to me, game. What the shit? I can only dash. Oh, there we go. At least I can move there. I can only dash to move. What the shit? Fix itself. Fix itself? No. This is weird. What is with these weird glitches on this game? God, this is not the best way to end this route. What the shit? Come on. I literally have to use dash to like do anything. This is not the best. Here. I'm really gonna have to dash. The weird thing is, it's not like taking away my energy that much.
And this is why heroes are called dashing, Renato thought. See?
Ha.
Dashing?
Ha.
Get it?
I don't like these stairs though, because I can't do it. I'm gonna work through this fucking glitch, because I don't even care right now. Come on, you're almost there. There we go. Come on, you can do it. You're almost there. Literally almost there. I'm like, I don't know if y'all can hear it, but like, I'm button mashing like crazy the X button.
Sorry, mustache, thought Renato.
Come on. Just gotta get over here. Before I do the fight part. Here we go. Alright. It's such a weird glitch. It'll suck if it won't, like, let me... There we go. Alright.
At the end of the trail of raven corpses was Zenobia. Her father was frantically rigging a strange apparatus wrapped around a glowing core.
Oh, no.
Don't do it, he shouted. You'll hate yourself in the morning. Stay back, she screamed in a horrible voice he'd never heard before. It froze him in his tracks. The Emperor stared at him. Run, he told the toad, or hop. But he didn't manage to voice it, only think it. Zenobia stabbed her blade forward.
Oh, shit.
And His Majesty fell dead.
Oh, shit.
She began laughing hysterically. Or was she weeping? Just walk away, she laughed at him. I've no more use for you. There was something he needed to do, but he couldn't figure out what it was. So he did as he was told.
I have the killer.
As he walked away, he felt a chill in the world. The light in the sky seemed to dim. He didn't dare turn. He had a nagging feeling there was something he should have done just then. Something heroic. But he could not have taken the Iblis stone from her by force. And she would not have parted with it willingly. A cold wind blew from where she had been. But he still didn't dare turn. And then, an awful laughter filled the air. And all the torches and all the ships went out. and he realized what he should have done. But by then, it was too late to do anything.
Shit. Oh my god, what the fuck happened though? Like, did she get swallowed by the Iblis stone? Okay, this one. There's always a good left and a corrupted friend. That's true. Yeah. Alright. So we got this one. This one. Okay. Alright. We didn't die that time, though. Or at least I don't think we did. Now we're gonna do the other version of that. Or we follow her, I think, or we go to the rebel base or something, shit like that.
The clouds parted over the Isles of Boreas. It was time to choose. The rebellion was in trouble. Ravens were scouting for the secret rebel base.
Okay.
They needed a game changer.
Pieces of the Skyripper had surfaced. Bernardo knew that using it could go catastrophically wrong.
Yeah.
But he was sure he could figure out how to use it safely.
That is
Also,
the plan.
a temple had risen out of empty desert. The Iblis stone was hidden there. It was a dangerous artifact. It could corrupt its user into a bloodthirsty monster. Maybe he could find a way to use it, to take its power without surrendering to its wickedness. And also, his old friend Lapino needed rescuing. Of course, Renato had a pretty strong suspicion that Lapino had betrayed the rebellion. And he had a gut feeling that he needed to use that to his advantage. Every child...
Okay. Skyripper. Depending on how quickly we do this, we could potentially do another round. It just depends where this one ends. Let's see.
As he set foot on the island, Renato couldn't help feeling a bit curious.
Burr season.
Was Lapino still waiting to be rescued? No.
Oh, I can
He
move
was
again.
probably drinking
That's
champagne
nice.
with the ravens. Did ravens drink champagne? Did rabbits? Renato felt oddly thirsty, come to think of it. Why had he chosen the Skyripper?
Renato never made plans that required constant
I'm
vigilance.
trying to remember if this is
He
the
was a
one where
hero.
you shouldn't jump
He
down.
didn't think too much. He just went with his gut and hoped it all
I
worked
don't
out.
remember.
The Skyripper was a long shot.
Or was that the other one?
He'd have to devote himself to it. No side journeys, no rescuing old friends. That was against his nature. Could he stick?
Oh, I forgot I could skip that dialogue. I already heard it once, so... Here comes stealth mode. Oh, and that's right. Is this the middle one, or is this the... No, this is the other one.
Say goodnight, Gracie, said
Yeah, I got hit a
Renato,
little bit. That's
wondering
okay.
who Gracie was.
No? Who is a 346 area code? I don't even know. No idea. Oh. Go around. I was like, how do I do this? I think it's the other one I have to go through the middle. We got through that one fairly unscathed.
Hey, I hear black is the new dead.
Very cool. I feel like I should know that area code.
That
but
had
I'm
been
not
his
sure.
mistake before. Not trusting Zenobia's feelings for him. But how could he have
this style
known?
and not this one? We
After
can't
all
just
these
skip
years of
apparently.
silence.
Yeah. Number 6. It's really gonna bother me. I feel like I should know that. It's not my girlfriend, so I'm not sure.
Fresh meat.
Oh, I think I know which one it is. The middle one. I feel like... Oh, is it this one? It's this one. I gotta wait for them now.
Hey, can you tell if someone's far away? Or just really small?
Hey, I did it. Cool. Oh, kinda did it. I still have some more to do. Yeah.
Say hi to gravity for me.
Nice. Okay, I think it's this one first. And then this one. Yep, did it that time. I think this one has a treasure on it. Somewhere around here. Yep. Just not sure why that hook is there. It is sleeting out there, either sleet or snow. Kinda cute. I'm not sure yet. Yeah, it's kind of hard to see in my window right now. So, I can hear it though. Oh, I have an XP point, apparently. Oh, I bet it's cause... Oh no, I did this one last, didn't I? The combo one. Alright, so... Need to finish this. And then we'll do the other one. The other ones.
There it was. Skyripper's
Can I
Armature.
skip you? No,
The stuff that dreams are made
I
of.
cannot.
Engineers' dreams, anyway. The device was intricate. No one alive had the skill to make a thing like it. How was it part of a weapon at all?
He'd have to ask a scientist. But first, he'd get the second piece.
Yep.
Skyripper had a heart. A core that had come to rest on the next island. Well, there was another island he could reach. Zenobia had just invaded it with her father's Raven battalions. She must be encamped there still.
I think I have to do
But
this
fighting
one.
Zenobia now, that made no sense at
Yeah.
all. He'd already
this
sacrificed
one
one
again.
friend to get this armature, was it? He didn't need to hurry to face her. She would find him.
But we're gonna, I think. Right? Yeah, find Zenobia. You gotta do that first.
Renato.
Skip.
The truth is, though, he wanted to see her, wasn't it? It had been a dozen years since Swordfu School. He'd followed
Still funny.
every rumor about her, every scrap of news. Not that he still loved her. After all, she was his enemy. No, all
go.
right.
Thank you for letting me skip that. So I wouldn't have to hear it for the like 100th time.
Everybody knew you shouldn't trust a raven further than you could throw one. Let the dot count.
Yeah.
Renata could feel the burn.
Oh shoot. I had hit just a tiny bit.
He couldn't do worse with Zenobia than he'd done with the core, could he?
We'll jump down this time. Just so they aren't like the same shit over and over again. Do know I'm gonna have to sneak a little bit though. Turn around.
Boy, his looks could kill.
Renata wasn't entirely sure how he was going to capture Zenobia. She'd be expecting him. And he didn't have Lapino to cook up a clever plan. Why was it again that he hadn't got the core? Maybe because the results tended to be disastrous. These streets were familiar. The Swordfu School was closed now, but he had been down that street 1,000 times. He knew that hub. He knew that alley. He knew the alley behind it much too well.
Okay, that line about the
Chosen to
alley,
invade this island
the
herself.
alley behind it much too well. Okay, did you and Zenobia do things behind that alley or something? That's so weird. Oh. How do you know these from there? It's just weird. It's just a weird thing to like comment on. Anything else? I think that's it. Alright. Where am I at on points? Yeah. Still got a way to go. I really should try to do the stealth part of the jump down into the whole thing, but it's just it's easier to go that way.
Slinked through Zenobia's ship, making no sound at all. Where were her guards? Finally, he reached her bedroom.
Okay, I'm gonna skip that this
That
time.
makes no sense. It's a trap, shouted the Emperor. I'll meet you at the outpost, and I'll bring my interrogators. If Renato came face to face with the Emperor, maybe he could assassinate him.
We've done that route,
But maybe it
so
would be smarter and safer to turn Zenobia against her father.
yeah. So this time we have to follow her.
What are you doing? Asked Zenobia.
Okay.
What kind of...
Yeah. Your father is a terrible enemy. We know this. So we already know the scientists are gonna be dead the minute we get there. That's kind of neat. Though he just like literally just kill them all in one hit.
She caught up with him.
I didn't do
Don't
much there.
you think I'd know if my father...
Yes. We've done this bit. So I just want to know what's in the treasure box. It's probably just health, yeah. I missed when I didn't have all the ores I needed. But that's okay. I'm just trying to get the endings at this point. It's all the endings. Oh my god, this one actually was a... There was no glitch
The
this
Emperor
time.
had learned enough secrets from Renato.
There was no glitch this time. So that's nice. that was like the spot I think that had empty space. I could be wrong.
Can't really reason with an energy ball, he thought. I think I did this quicker than I did the last time. More scientists. But really, is there a way to like
The observatory
not
was a
have them
burning
be
hulk.
dead?
Dead
'Cause
scientists
that'd be
and black
great.
feathers everywhere. The ravens had burned the reanimated witness to cinders. Renato was stunned. There goes my proof. These were scientists, not rebels, Zenobia said. I don't know.
He's a terrible human
Let's go to the
being.
fleet and ask him. Yes. I'll meet
Okay,
you on the
we
mountains.
did the mountains, so we're doing the other
There's
option.
something I have to get first. But could he afford to meet her in the mountains? He'd given the Empire the location of the secret rebel base. They would need rescuing.
Indeed. Let's go.
Bernardo was torn. He wanted Zenobia to see the truth of her father. But she could get the truth out of her father faster without him tagging along. Meanwhile, the fleet would soon be knocking on the door of the secret rebel base. Bernardo had better be there when they did.
This will be interesting. Yeah, I think we might be able to do one more route before, maybe. We'll see. Before I end the streams.
So he had given the Skyripper's core to the Empire. He felt stupid about that.
He hoped the Emperor didn't bring the Skyripper against the base. There was nothing he could do to fight a legendary weapon. Bernardo hated when he screwed up. One of these days, he would learn to look before he pounced. But today, he's not that day. He intoned for his own amusement.
Defend it.
This chest smelled kind of funky. He hoped he didn't get it in his clothes.
Huh. Okay, knock it down. I'm not gonna knock down his flags. Oh god, did I just knock a bird down? It looked like it went down instead of up.
Funny about librarians. People thought of them as fussy clerks who shushed them for talking. But the librarians thought of their books as sacred, and themselves as priests in a temple of knowledge. Who knew they were willing to die to protect it?
Because that's what librarians do. Even the librarian librarians. Like from the show librarians. And the movies librarians. They do all they can to protect the text.
Renato decided not to tell the Council he'd given the Empire Skyripper's core and the location of the secret base.
Oof.
They needed him in battle, not in the brig, right?
Yeah.
Ah, impatient.
Hey, there you go. I knocked one down. And I think we found it now.
The Raven was slumped in a pile of its own feathers, like a tree in November.
You can't stop us. The Emperor has a weapon no warrior can defend against.
What happened to you? Renato asked. But the Raven chose that moment to go to the great nest in the sky.
Wow.
So they'd made the core into a weapon. That wasn't good.
Nope. Not great. Yes. This shit right here. I need to go this way first. If I can.
Well, the eyes have had it.
Come on, turn around. Heal a little bit. They're gonna turn around by the time I do this, but just wait till they turn back. Turn. Shit, that's right. No, no,
That
no way to
could
do
have
that.
gone better.
Oh, I
Thought
should have just
Renato
went left.
really died.
Why didn't I think of that? I can go left. Oof. How did I do that? I should have actually died there, but I didn't. That's so weird. I really should have died. I definitely should have died
The
there.
long stairs. So he was close to the rebel base. Nothing was on fire. So far, so good.
Nice. Alright, let's... Yeah, I know that's gonna help a bit. One sec. What to do... Side.
There were a lot of shiny, smooth, curved with leather, buckles, and kind of smelled, You know what? Never mind. Yes, there was also ore and other useful stuff. Let's focus on that, shall we?
Alright.
Renato had never slain so many ravens. The secret base was going to stink of burnt feathers for months. The council speaker was confused.
Our spies say Zenobia has gone berserk. She attacked and destroyed an entire squadron of dropships.
This was amazing good news. He'd shown her the Emperor's evil. Now she'd gone over to the rebel side. Now is our moment. Attack! Renato exulted. They could win this thing. Zenobia commanded half the fleet. Who would follow the mad Emperor when they could follow his heir, who was wise and smart and a brilliant sorceress besides? But what about the core and the Iblis stone? What evil could the Emperor wreak with those? As he closed in on the Imperial fleet, Renato liked his odds.
We don't know if she's gonna try and kill us, though. Oh boy. Let's see.
Oh, how had he gotten into this mess? He'd never set out to be a hero. When he was a kid, he'd wanted to be a great cat burglar, until his mother had explained about foxes and cats. And then the Emperor had gone mad, and started sacrificing kittens to the lost gods. There were a lot of dead ravens here. Who had slain them?
Oh, now we get to kill the Emperor?
There it was again. The back door to the portal that went to the center of the fleet. There were raven bodies everywhere. The precision of the wounds. Renato recognized her style. It appeared that she was single-handedly turning the tides of the battle.
Interesting.
Good. That left the Emperor with only the core. Against him, all the rebels, his daughter and her raven. He wished he was fighting alongside her. But they'd meet up soon enough.
dash that whole last time we had to do this part. That was kind of annoying and weird at the same time.
Soon he'd confront the Emperor. Again. This
I
time,
should forget this
he'd
level's
make an
actually
end
really
of it.
quick.
He'd screwed up last time, but he had a good feeling about this time.
I mean, I hope we don't die.
Zenobia was cutting down the Emperor's bodyguard like they were mushrooms. The Emperor was frantically readying some arcane instrument. Brass and hammered steel wrapped around a glowing, thrumming sphere.
This isn't gonna go well.
Skyripper's core. Zenobia! Bernardo shouted. But he had no idea what else to say.
She's gonna go bad.
Revenge! She shouted as she cut the last bodyguard down. A ray lanced out of the sphere. Everything around her burst into flames, but her sword seemed only to absorb it.
Oh.
She walked towards Isengrim III like she was walking against a river. Nothing could stop her. They were going to win. Zenobia stabbed the Emperor dead and flicked the moaning apparatus off. She was laughing hysterically. Or weeping, maybe. They had won. He
Maybe.
ran to her. I killed my own father. She wept, and he held her. He told her he loved her. He would pull her back from the brink of madness. But the core thrummed louder
Shit.
and louder. At that moment, Bernardo understood that the core was going to explode catastrophically. And that this could have been victory. The Emperor and his daughter dead, the fleet destroyed. He'd almost been a hero. A legendary one, maybe. If only he and the rebel fleet hadn't been
Everyone died.
here.
Literally everyone died. Oh my god. Everyone fucking died. Oh, we got the last story of the 24. Z for Zeitgeist? I don't know how to say that. Zeitgeist, something like that. A hero who never asked to be hero, who let someone else save the day. Hey, that's cool. I got some more ores? What do I have ores? If I can't use them. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, we got time. We can do another one. When we're out. Alright. I think the Lapino one is the one that takes the longest. So...
The clouds parted over the Isles of
Temple one
Boreas.
is the next one.
It was time to choose. The rebellion was in trouble.
Oh boy.
Ravens were scouting for the secret rebel base. They needed a game changer.
Pieces of the Skyripper had surfaced. Bernardo knew that using it could go catastrophically wrong. But he was sure he could figure out how to use it safely. Also, a temple had risen out of empty desert. The Iblis stone was hidden there. It was a dangerous artifact. It could corrupt its user into a bloodthirsty monster. Maybe he could find a way to use it. To take its power without surrendering to its wickedness. And also, his old friend Lapino needed rescuing. Of course, Bernardo had a pretty strong suspicion that Lapino had betrayed the rebellion. And he had a gut feeling that he needed to use that to his advantage.
Yeah, probably, but we're gonna do... Actually, hold on. Let's see. This one is... Chords and stable, Z for Z Christ. Find Jar, find Zenobia, meet the scientists, meet the council. Okay. This one is... That's the Ebla Stone, which... The courts are definitely with the council. Gem. Oof, yeah, those were the scary ones that I didn't like. But I think we need to go to the Ebla Stone one first, which is this one.
The island was...
Okay.
Every child could sing verses about the Skyripper, but ancient codices held hints of other things. A stone that ate souls, a ruby that drank blood, a jewel only a righteous man could give away.
Were all these things the Iblis stone?
Perhaps. Let's see.
Long hidden in the buried temple? Another ancient item that was only resurfacing now? Drawn up from the deeps by the Emperor's horrific rituals?
That one felt like way off. Never worked, man.
What was he doing here? Last time, the stone had fought him for possession of his own soul. I pick you! Ravens were already here, cawing in frustration. They were still searching for a way in. Good. Then he hadn't come too late.
Super close. Like sleep like real bad out there. See, Sleeter is snowing at this point, but it's like hitting the windows really hard. Could also be hail, but I don't think we're getting hail right now. We're just getting sleet and probably some other shit until it starts snowing. It could be. It was saying it was snowing a little bit earlier, but I didn't look. Let's see what it says now. It's like 27 degrees. Light sleet right now. Yeah, sounds about right. It's not like going too hard right now. It probably will by the time I go to bed. Or like after that, really, because I think they're saying it's gonna start coming down like later on at night. Probably when most people are asleep.
Lovely. Hold that pose.
There had to be some way to use the Iblis stone.
Yeah.
It was old, wasn't it? People are so much cleverer now. And Renato was pretty sure he was cleverer than most people. Got rather well, actually.
Oh, hey, I made it across there.
The Ravens, at least, could not get past this point. Obviously, the temple builders knew how to deal with tomb raiders.
Oh, that lava. I always think of two songs when I get to this part. Burning Up by Jonas Brothers and Hot in Here by Nelly. It's like those are the two. They're like two different genres completely, but it reminds me of it. Oh man. Okay, we're damn good. Okay, we good. Yeah, we can. Cool.
It looked like they'd forgotten to turn out their flamethrower.
And we got to the Iblis Stone. Mostly unscathed.
It was a stone of the purest blackness. It reflected no light, like a void made solid. Nervous, he picked it up.
You're the worst. I don't care.
It was the stone, eager, thirsty.
Oh, I did that one. I remember that.
Seemed tempting and terribly wrong.
I think I did do the other
Zenobia
option,
was the
right?
Emperor's greatest general and a potent witch. But they had been close once.
And he had a
Look at the
sneaking
choices
suspicion
again.
the gem would try to control him.
Why not capture the core of Skyripper instead? It was the eye of a lost
See
god
which one
torn
I've
out
done
by the
already.
transcendent Emperor to power his greatest weapon. It's the core, said the stone anxiously.
Because I've done the Zenobia one. Spare her one
But
time
even
and
though
then you kill her
Renato
the
knew
other.
how evil the gem was, he had a clever plan for
I've done
dealing
that
with
one.
it.
I remember that. Let's see. Okay. Let's see. Find the gem, find Zenobia, kill Zenobia. Yep, did that one. So we did the Zenobia route. And then find the core. We need to do the core because we have to do the other option. There's another option for the core. I think. I could be wrong.
The stone bothered him.
If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. So goldfish are like really good. That's what I'm munching on. Try not to chew too loudly.
The moment he landed the Farfarer, Reynardo had a rare feeling of regret. It's not too late,
Ow.
he thought. He could turn around and sail for Zenobia's island. He frowned. Wait a minute. He didn't want to kill Zenobia, did he?
No, we do not.
Sure, technically she was the enemy, but they'd been at Swordful School together. They'd never been lovers, but somehow they'd been closer. She'd told him every secret about herself. Except the biggest one. That she was the Emperor's daughter.
Yep.
No. Kill Zenobia, whispered the stone. Before it's too late.
No. We've already done that. It's not in well. We were really sad about it, and that's not cool. Which one? I think I read this one. Yep. I'll say this feels like a fighting area.
I'm on my break in literally 2 minutes.
There you go. Like a point off from getting that skill point. Literally a point. That's literally it. Shit. Oh, this is gonna be impossible.
Why don't you guys fight in groups? Oh, I know. Because there's no I in team.
Oh no, I've done this before. I'm tripping. But they don't turn around, so that kind of screws it all up. Wait, is there... No.
You almost never saw wild gogglers together like this. The toads had to train them not to peck each other to death. But these had to be imperial gogglers.
Yep.
That meant ravens were up ahead.
It'll be fine, I'll make it there somehow. I never went that way before.
Reynardo wondered if
There
he
we
could
go.
learn to cook this way. Probably not.
The stone hadn't lied about what it could do for him. With each raven he cut down, he felt a jolt of power flowing into his arm. "You're weak," whispered the stone. "The core will kill you. Are you afraid of it?" Don't be ridiculous. It chuckled. It's unstable. If a poison someone just carry it, and if you try to use it, it will explode catastrophically. Reynardo did not trust rocks that talked in his head.
Yeah.
He went onwards.
Reynardo suddenly wished he had a marshmallow.
Oh, okay. Oh, I gotta finish this one, and then nice. Okay. Should be the spot, yeah? Yeah.
As he approached the core, the stone became hysterical. He had a sudden vision of plunging his gauntlet into the core and dying in anguish. That wasn't his vision, was it? The stone had
Actually,
sent him
kinda
its
is.
darkest fears, hadn't it? He had a sudden impulse to do exactly that. He raised his right fist and plunged it into the core. There was a rush of light. He thought he could hear the stone screaming. And then he passed out. When Reynardo came to, the core was gone. But the Iblis stone was no longer black, but glowing with a blue light. And it was silent. "I can't hear you," he sang out. And, "You?" It didn't answer. "Ha!" he said. He had defeated the demonic gem with the power of his mind. He felt invincible. It was
Yeah,
time to attack the
okay.
Imperial outpost on the Nexus. Take the battle to the enemy. But among the
think I did
huge
that one
crystals,
last time. Yeah, I
there
gotta
was
go do the
also an
opposite.
observatory. A wise man would probably ask the scientists exactly what he had first.
Yep.
How wise
That's
was
what,
he?
That's what we're gonna do. I've done the outpost.
As the Farfarer made its way toward the Nexus, Reynardo watched sparks fly out of the core. The Iblis stone sucked them in hungrily. You'd think the stone would want this kind of power, wouldn't it? Thought Reynardo. Well, the scientists would explain it all. This time, Reynardo was sure he'd figured out how to use the core safely. See? He'd trusted his gut, and it had worked out. That's what it meant to be a hero. To ignore the naysayers and the odd-makers, and do what you knew was right, and have it turn out to be the right thing. Well, he wasn't worried. Once he got to the observatory, the scientist toads could explain it. Then he could carry the war into the enemy's camp and destroy them all. Oh dear, he was getting a little bloodthirsty, wasn't he?
Yeah. Which is not great. There we go. Just trying to make sure the charger went in.
In this chest, there were woodcuts of amazingly beautiful vixens wearing no clothes at all.
God.
And something more useful.
Renato had never felt better in his life. Normally, a battle would wear him down and he would need a night's sleep. Now he felt like he could go all night and all day. He felt like people were cheering him on, and he could practically hear their applause as he slew one raven after another.
Oh, now it wants to glitch. That's fine.
The Iblis Stone and the Skyripper Core. Two artifacts from the time of legends. Renato was becoming a legendary hero, wasn't he? He had enough power to save the rebellion, but he had to understand this power, so he would not misuse it.
There it goes.
Renato was no physicist, but he could have sworn something was wrong with the trajectory of these cannonballs.
Danced around the room yelling, oh yeah, that's how we do it.
Wow.
It was something he liked to do, but only after he'd killed all the witnesses.
Wow. He's such a dork.
The toads at the observatory measured the stone with their occult devices. I fed it the core of Skyripper, explained Renato. No more feed blood and souls. But the core is not an unlimited energy source, said one toad. Another said,
there's a feedback loop, you see, which could overload the stone. Yeah, the stone doesn't actually feed on souls,
claimed a third.
but on pain of killing another sentient being. If you can truly be at peace with yourself, it would not overload.
This was all very confusing.
Okay.
At peace. Yes, the mountains were peaceful and quiet, but he now had the power to turn the
Oh, I have
tides.
to do both.
He should
We're only
report to the
doing one
Rebellion
today.
Council and prepare for the decisive battle.
Let's do the first one.
The one thing he understood
Do the
from
other
all the
one
code arguments,
tomorrow.
maybe the stone did not
Maybe.
feed on blood, or souls, or rage. It fed on empathy. It fed on the pain he felt when he put an end to another being's existence. Even if that other being was a raven intent on killing him. If he could find peace, then he could use the power of the Ibla stone without being taken over by its evil.
Yes, that was the way to defeat the Iblis Stone.
The mountains. He would go to the mountains. He could find peace there.
Hopefully.
Unfortunately, the mountains were not empty. There were ravens everywhere.
That's fine.
No matter. He had to fight, yes, but he didn't have to be angry. Parry, dodge, slash, and breathe.
Okay.
Yes, focus
That
on the
sounds
rhythm,
so funny.
the dance of it, not on the blood or the raven's core as they died. Ah, it was working. He wasn't feeling those dark jolts of overtension. He wasn't feeling the Iblis stone.
Reach the mountain. Okay. Dun, 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 dun. There you go. Simple. Oh wait. Just make sure I didn't forget none, even though I don't really eat anything right now. Please. Didn't need anything. That's that log just like... No, it's hanging out. Just hanging out on the platform. And then it burst into ash. Going down, down, beat. Why can't I catch it? Ah,
Renato had been to a dungeon once where all the chests had teeth and eyes. It had been a short visit.
that's weird. That is super weird. Up in the air.
The stone was still silent. His mind was his own, and his heart
Hopefully.
too. He bore them no ill will, these ravens. They were doing their job. They were expressing their nature, dance, whirl, parry, jab, and breathe. It was all so simple, wasn't it? But something was missing. He didn't feel truly at peace. Wait. Wasn't this near where Calaveras lived? The sage would help him figure it all out.
For a moment, Renato wished that somebody had been watching.
Stone, silenced by the Skyripper's core, had given Renato enough power to challenge the Imperial fleet. But what Renato was seeking was inner peace. The rebellion was on the verge of extinction, but it would have to wait.
There he is.
At the end of the mountain path, he found the wise Calaveras in his workshop. To fix souls or only artifacts? He asked the sage.
Does your soul need fixing?
Asked the sage. I've been killing a lot of ravens lately, he told the sage.
You're a fox,
said Calaveras.
To kill birds is part of your nature. You should take joy in it. I mean, I might as well worry about eating flies. Would you like a fly?
It was true. That's what he had forgotten. The joy. Now he was ready for the final battle. The Farfarer cut through the clouds. The air had never felt so sweet.
I don't know how I
since he
feel
was a
about that,
child.
personally.
There it was. The dreaded Imperial fleet.
But he could
You could
still,
smell
like...
wet hemp ropes ahead, wood and tar, and ravens.
I don't know.
Even the fleet smelt good, somehow.
Yeah.
He was ready.
He was ready.
Alright. Just in time. I'm almost about to start cooking, probably. Breakfast for dinner. So good.
Renato had it all squared away in his head.
He would kill the Emperor. Isengrim III had begun well, but he had gone mad. He was trying to invoke the lost gods by means of dark, blasphemous rituals. That was a secret. But the victims had spoken to Reynardo. The ghosts had spoken. No. No anger. Reynardo could not afford anger. It was empowering the crystal in his sword. That made him stronger, but it clouded his mind. He would not be a hero. A hero strives. Reynardo would just be one with everything. The Emperor would die, and the wheel would turn, and all would be restored without rancor, without sorrow, without pain.
He must be nice. My little brother still does not go to school. We'll see about work in the morning. Yeah, I could have got that.
But the more he thought about it, and he had so much more time to think about it now that he was not worrying about the battle, killing the Emperor would not change anything. Another would take his place. Perhaps Zenobia. Perhaps the Speaker of the Rebel Council, and power would corrupt them too, and death would make grief. Grief would lead to hatred. No, he must lead by example. Reject the violence. Reject the desire to create violence. But how? Clean up around here, he thought.
Here we are at the end once more.
Soon he'd confront the Emperor. Funny that this whole war had come about because the Emperor feared death.
I think we're gonna die.
And now it was coming for him.
I think that's what's gonna happen.
There was some sort of lesson there, wasn't there? Finally, he came to the Emperor's ship. The path behind him was strewn with dead ravens. The path to enlightenment. His mistake, he realized, was trying to change the world. The world would spin and the wheel would revolve whether he strove against it or not. What he had to do was nothing.
Sure about that?
He had attained enlightenment. He sat down, adopted a full lotus position, and began to meditate. And all around him, the warriors stopped fighting too. They knew. They could feel his enlightenment.
What the
They
hell?
gave up fighting, dropped
This is
their
the most
weapons,
weirdest ending
and
ever.
became his disciples. No, just kidding. The nearest
I didn't
Raven
think
stabbed him
so.
with a sword and then chopped off his head.
Oh
I
shit.
Might not
That's
have thought this through properly. Thought Renado's head as it rolled around the deck
yikes.
and died.
Yeah, I figured he was gonna die. I was like, that was weird. That would be weird if that was what it was. Hey, we've almost finished a row. Return of the Hippie. A hero transcends being a hero to become one with everything. Interesting. Okay, well, we're only 9 minutes, but I think I'm gonna end it here. And we're gonna do the other option tomorrow when we continue the streams. But holy crap, we only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, only 11 more endings to go. And then we've literally completed everything. It's awesome. Anyway, I'm gonna go relax. See if I have to work tomorrow. In the morning. When I wake. Oh man. Oops. Alright. Bye guys.